Hello and welcome. I'm Danette Kubanda, and joining me today for a very special interview is Toni King. She's a Medicare coach who helps people personalize their care to meet their individual needs. She's the author of Medicare Survival Guide Advanced Edition, and she's also the host of Medicare Moments podcast. We're so happy to have you with us today, Toni.
Well, thank you. It's going to be fun because we need to let America know, how do they get on Medicare? What do they do? So they're not stressed, right?
Absolutely. So tell me a little bit about that. Once you reach that age of 65, does Medicare just happen, or how do you get enrolled?
Well, what really happens is, and I don't know how they know this information, but about 6 months prior to you turning 65, you start getting bombarded with all this mail and phone calls. And how they know you're turning 65, I have no idea. But someone sends out your email, your phone number, whatever. And you've got to be really careful. You want to watch who you're talking to, I would say. So what happens when someone is turning 65, if you are receiving your Social Security check when you're 65, you will already get a Welcome to Medicare kit about 90 days prior. And it will be your Medicare card because Social Security knows that you've turned 65 and they will send that information to Medicare and they will print your card out and send it to you. But if you're turning 65 and you're not receiving your Social Security check, then Social Security doesn't know that you've turned 65. And you may wait too long. That's me. I'm self-employed. So I needed to enroll in Medicare when I turned 65. You got to know the rules. And Social Security processes all the paperwork. So you want to go to ssa.gov and open you up a ssa.gov account and sign up for Medicare. If you're turning 65, self-employed, or maybe you're not working and you're waiting until a later date to get your Social Security check, but you're not working. So you're going to want to enroll in Medicare. The third way, which there's a lot of people that are involved with this, is when people are turning 65 and still working. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden they start talking to their friends and everything gets confusing. And there's forms that you need to sign with Social Security, and you have to have your employer sign it to show that you're still working with True Company Insurance. That's the key, and that is written in the Medicare and You handbook. So that's what confuses people, because all of a sudden you start talking to your friends and they just literally give you the wrong information.
Yeah. And it kind of sounds like it's set up to make you jump through hoops. It's set up to be confusing.
Oh, definitely. Definitely is set up to be confusing. There's a control issue there. And it's like filing your taxes. Okay. You've got to know what to do, and nobody wants a penalty. That famous word penalty is all over the place. And people call me, they're scared to death to get a penalty. I had a gentleman who put Neil Armstrong on the moon. He was a rocket scientist. And because the article that I write in the newspaper goes to Clear Lake, where NASA is, he called me. And he had retired from NASA, had the best insurance in the world, but did not know how to get on Medicare. So it doesn't matter what your education level is. Everybody's confused.
Absolutely. So doing a little bit of work now before your 65th birthday, or even if you're taking care of an older parent or relative, it's helpful to do a little bit of research now so that you're prepared.
Sure. So you're not just stuck when you've got an issue and you have no idea what to do. So I see that all the time. I see people come to the office that have cancer. Mm-hmm. And maybe they have the HMO for a Medicare Advantage plan and they want to go to MD Anderson. And now they can't because that facility may not take that HMO. You want to make sure you do it the right way for you. Okay? That's important. Get your kids involved. Let them know what's going on. So that's vitally important.
The right way for you. I think that's our key takeaway. For
That's
more
right.
information about Toni, all of her projects, her book, her podcast, please check out her website at Toni Says, Toni with an I, tonisays.com. Thank you so much for being here.